Welcome to the Okanagan. Pristine landscapes, orchards as far as the eye can see, beautiful homes, and luxurious living. But behind all of this beauty lies a different picture.
That luxurious lifestyle? Well, it's driven by some of the highest debt levels in Canada.
Those beautiful homes? That only tells part of the story. There are an estimated 400 people experiencing chronic homelessness in Kelowna right now, with this number increasing each year.
But that's not all. Remember those beautiful orchards? In BC, 25% of all food ends up in the garbage, and in our local community, the grounds of many orchards are covered by unwanted apples that are left to spoil or rot.
We transformed these issues into opportunities and developed 3 projects. $1.2 million children in Canada struggle to get enough to eat every day. At the same time, every year in Canada alone, around 500 million apples go to waste. What if we could transform this waste and turn it into a healthy snack to address food insecurity? That's why we created Fruit Snaps. Fruit Snaps works with local farmers to rescue these unwanted apples and turn them into a healthy snack to combat food insecurity. With the help of the Gleaners, a local nonprofit, we developed an innovative process to dehydrate these apples and turn them into apple chips.
In our pilot year, we tested our business model by donating Fruit Snaps to over 300 children at local schools. But that was just the beginning.
In our second year, we expanded Fruit Snaps to meet a greater demand from our community. We developed an innovative new process to increase our production capacity by over 500%. Our Fruit Snaps were supplied to 18 local schools in Canada and other countries, such as Ukraine and North Korea.
Last spring, all of our schools closed abruptly due to the COVID-19 pandemic, leaving us with excess capacity. So what did we do? We pivoted our strategy and expanded our project to supply local food banks and help those who needed it most.
This fall, we picked twice as many apples as last year. But we didn't stop there. We identified an opportunity for this current year to transition Fruit Snaps into a social enterprise through the introduction of fresh pressed apple juice. So life gave us apples and we made apple juice.
This innovation during the worst of COVID-19 represents the best of Enactus OC. We capitalized on an opportunity to scale our impact and take it to the next level. To date, we have produced 2,000 liters of juice from the apples that would have otherwise gone to waste. The juice was sold through several sales channels, including an online store, a local grocer, and a partnership with a local elementary school.
The juice was such a success that this March, just 4 months after launch, we sold all of our inventory. This generated $5,500 in revenue with a gross profit margin of 57%.
Our partnership with BC Tree Fruits provided us with an additional 6,000 pounds of apples. These apples contributed to a total donation of over 41,000 servings to local schools, food banks, and international organizations. This increase of 17% from last year was achieved all while meeting recommended public health guidelines.
Our vision is getting noticed. This February, we received $10,000 from the Investment Readiness Program funded by the Government of Canada. These funds will enable us to expand our social enterprise, which helps us to achieve a long-term vision for our program. This revenue model will allow us to pay farmers for their apples and hire at-risk youth for our labor needs.
Because of Fruit Snaps, farmers now have access to a sustainable means to repurpose their apple waste, and local school children have access to a nutritious snack.
You like oranges?
But we didn't stop with Fruit Snaps. The #1 social issue in Kelowna is homelessness. What if we could transform the stigma around people experiencing homelessness into a positive conversation? We acted on this opportunity and created Rising.
Rising is an interactive educational resource that was developed as a response to local educators asking for our assistance to help them incorporate the topic of homelessness into their classrooms. Funded through a national grant from Canadian Tire, The project uses a train-the-trainer approach and was a collaboration between the nonprofit Journey Home, our local school district, and our lived experience mentors. Dorothy, one of these lived experience mentors, worked with us to develop Rising.
The value of the module and the way it's delivered in teaching, it comes from the people who lived it, because nothing should be done about them without them. Children should be given the opportunity to have their own opinion and not be raised in the biases of their parents or society. A drop in the pond is a ripple, and every child will be talking to how many people in his lifetime. I think that's why it's important.
Rising incorporates interactive activities and is customizable for elementary, middle, and high school students. The desired outcomes include awareness and prevention of youth homelessness, fostering empathy, and developing new perspectives. For example, one student, Tristan, connected homelessness with Pink Shirt Day and how a person experiencing homelessness is bullied and ignored because of how they look.
Our vision is that by working with teachers and students through Rising, we can encourage social responsibility and compassion in our community. Students are encouraged to brainstorm ways to turn their ideas into action. By the end of May, our module will have run in 7 local classrooms, ranging from grades 3 to 12. In just 4 months, we project Rising will have directly impacted 176 students.
We will be expanding Rising this coming year through the development of new modules, each one connected to a nonprofit organization to build awareness of other prevalent issues, such as Indigenous history, cyberbullying, and sustainable fashion. As for the homelessness module, current plans are underway to scale it into a social enterprise by making our curriculum packages available for purchase through online educator websites. We will be giving a percentage of the income earned back into the nonprofit organizations that have helped us grow.
Through Rising, we will educate today's youth and empower them to create meaningful change in their communities.
Empowerment through education is how another Enactus OC project, CanSave, transforms the conversation on a national issue. Canadians are living with serious debt. Students are reaching adulthood without the financial skills needed to succeed. CanSave is a program that teaches financial literacy to youth using a simulated economy. Students must complete in-class and take-home assignments on topics like spending habits. This earns them Enactus bucks.
Throughout the program, students are tempted to make poor financial decisions, like buying candy and toys. Student success is measured based on the completion of their workbooks and their final account balances.
CanSave started for youth in kindergarten up to grade 4, and we have been working to continuously expand the program. Last year, we added a brand new module called CanSave for unique learners. This module was developed in part by one of our Enactus members, Danielle, whose son Logan has a learning disability. Almost 5% of Canadian children aged 6 to 15 have a learning disability, such as autism or ADHD. Danielle's passion and knowledge helped to expand CanSave using special education techniques to include these children with learning disabilities.
But that's not all. New this year, as a response to the increasing financial instability that was a result of the COVID-19 pandemic, we expanded the CanSave modules to provide financial literacy training to youth in grade 5 and 6. This allows us to potentially impact an additional 8 million students across Canada.
All of the CanSave modules are available in both French and English. In addition, all of the CanSave materials have been vetted by certified teachers. Since all CanSave resources are available for free to students in both virtual and in-person settings, parents and teachers across Canada have continued to access CanSave during the COVID-19 pandemic.
The success of CanSave has been overwhelming. This year, our online platform has empowered over 620 teachers and parents, impacting over 23,000 students across Canada.
To address copious amounts of food waste, we developed an innovative way to repurpose wasted apples and scale this impact through the introduction of a new social enterprise that provides local farmers with a way to repurpose their wasted fruit and provided over 3,000 people with new and improved access to healthy food.
Not all of Dorothy's experiences have been positive. Her lived experience around homelessness has been given the platform to change the way people think about homelessness.
Danielle's son and over 23,000 other children across Canada now have access to improved education that is accessible remotely and will help them improve their futures.
This year, through these 3 projects alone, Enactus OC has impacted over 27,000 people. We diverted 22,000 pounds of waste, saved over 4.6 million liters of water, and helped over 23,000 students gain access to better education.
Local farmers, Dorothy and Logan, represent just a few of the many people impacted by big problems facing Canadians.
At Enactus OC, we're transforming lives and communities.